If you miss more than 3 stand-ups that you are expected to do, or if you miss any performance review within a given month, you will be assessed a penalty of at least 1 hour's worth of pay per stand-up and performance review missed. I'm not sure if this is legal or not, but I guess it is if you agree to it. Hope you got a pen and paper and you're ready to take some notes, because we're going to go through some job offers. And we're going to look at some good and kind of bad bullet points that you should be aware of. So make sure that you don't get bamboozled into signing something with the fine print that you didn't quite understand, but you think you did, and you signed it anyways because you needed that job, but it completely ruined you later. That's what happened to these people that sent these contracts in, or they just rejected it flat out. So if you can appreciate that, do me a favor, click that like button, click subscribe, and send in your job contracts that you thought were a little suspicious or that you rejected, and I'm happy to expose that verbiage here so other people don't get locked into something they didn't know they were getting locked into. The first one we're going to look at is from Turing. It's a website where you can hire developers remotely, and they pride themselves on Silicon Valley caliber engineers with a 100% risk-free 2-week trial. If you're up for a contract, they interview you for over 5 hours with rigorous tests and interviews. This paper is for their developer expectations about how you'll go about working there and how you get paid and all that stuff. So at Turing, you'll use our workspace platform to track time, do stand-ups and performance reviews. This is mandatory to get paid. So stand-ups are pretty normal, but sometimes stand-ups don't need to happen. Sometimes you're just working on the same thing that you were working on the day before, and having a mandatory stand-up doesn't make any sense, and it's just wasting everyone's time. Doing these stand-ups at the same time every day helps you get into a regular rhythm. What? Missing stand-ups and performance reviews can negatively impact payments and performance reviews. That's where this gets weird. If you miss more than 3 stand-ups that you are expected to do, or if you miss any performance review within a given month, you will be assessed a penalty of at least 1 hour's worth of pay per stand-up and performance review missed. I'm not sure if this is legal or not, but I guess it is if you agree to it. This right here, this is what makes this contract garbage. You miss a stand-up, they take an hour of pay. Performance review, another hour of pay. What if you were working during those times? What if you were getting things done to meet a deadline? You will be given 1 warning. Yeah, okay. You don't have to do stand-ups on weekends. I feel like this is implied. You're not working weekends. Logging time and activity. We use automatic time tracking. So that is code for we track your keystrokes, mouse movements, and everything else. Screenshots, you name it. This helps you get paid. No, it doesn't. Oh, you just wanna micromanage. It also helps build transparency between you and your manager. Nah, I think this transparency goes only one way. The manager can see down to you, but you don't know what the manager's doing. It is mandatory that you use our task-based automatic time tracking system. If we detect a pattern of abusing manual time tracking, we reserve the right to assess a penalty from your pay to cover our added operational overhead. What a bunch of bull is. This penalty will be at least 5 hours of pay. I don't know. Don't work for companies that mess with your money like this. That's the TLDR. This is trash. They're tracking you. They're telling you that you being tracked is good for you and it's transparent, and it's not. And so this is an example of something that I would hard pass on. This next job contract that we have here is for a embedded control systems engineer. And let's look at the benefits. You are eligible for 7 paid holidays per year. That's pretty standard for the United States. Now here's the part where everyone in Europe can laugh in European. You will be entitled to 80 hours of vacation annually. However, your vacation hours for 2021 will be prorated, so you actually don't get your 2 weeks vacation. That's 2 weeks, by the way. 80 hours, 2 weeks vacation, 10 days, 10 days. That's what we get in the US of A. Just to be clear here, there is no minimum vacation requirement for any company in the United States. So they don't even have to offer you vacation. It's not required by law for you to get any vacation from any company. So when that's the baseline for the United States, then 10 days seems like a godsend, and this is a huge problem that we have. It's trash. Like, look at this. Vacation hours are accrued at the end of each month. Your accrual rate is 6.66 hours of vacation for each full month work. You don't even get a day off per month. It's so insane. And this is your sick days too, by the way. There's nothing in here about sick days, so your 80 hours that you get every year, you also have to use for your sick days. There's no other days. Let's look at some more benefits. You'll be eligible to participate in a group medical, dental, vision, supplemental, and short-term, long-term disability insurance, critical, blah, blah, blah. This is pretty normal, but you don't even get it on the first day of work. A good contract will give you benefits on your first day at the job, but here you have to work there for 30 days. So Hope you don't get cancer. You will also be eligible to participate in the 401k plan with company match after 30 days. Your core work schedule will be Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Note, this is a 9-hour day here. For all you people in Europe that watch this, this is typical, 8 to 5. So you have 8 hours of work and 1 hour of lunch. I know in Europe you actually have like an 8-hour day and they pay for your hour lunch in some countries. Like in Finland, it was like 37 and a half hours a week. This is 50 hours a week, plus the hour to an hour from work. That's an 11-hour day, and this is standard, and you get 80 hours of vacation a year. This is just complete garbage. Let's look at the relocation benefit, which is not even a benefit. It's more like a loan, really. You will be eligible for a $1,500 relocation bonus, and $1,500 is not enough money to relocate. That's like a plane ticket. That's not even enough money to put your first month's rent down to get an apartment. But not only is it garbage, if you leave the company within the first 18 months, you have to pay back this $1,500 relocation bonus. Down here we greatly look forward to having you join our company and become a member of our team. I mean, at least they didn't say family. However, we recognize that you retain the option, as does the company, of ending your employment with the company at any time with or without notice. Now, for people in Europe, you guys get a notice if you're about to get fired. For different countries, it's different amounts of time. In Finland, it was like a 3-month notice they had to give you before you became unemployed. Here in the good old US of A, they can just be like, you're fired. And you can see that here in the contract. At any time, with or without notice, you can lose your entire livelihood, which further reinforces why it makes absolutely no sense to give your employer a 2-week notice unless you want to get another paycheck, or if you respect the people there and you think that you'll need them later in life. I don't know. I mean, I get it from the company's point of view. You hire someone and they're a complete mess. Okay, bye. But also I get it from the employee's perspective, right? You're working hard. You think you're doing good work. They're telling you, thank you, we value you. And then the next day they fire you. So this is just how it is in the U.S. The first 90 days of employment are considered an introductory period that gives you and the company a chance to get to know each other. Your performance will be evaluated during this time to assess your potential for continued employment. This period also provides you with the opportunity to evaluate us as an employer. We encourage you to discuss openly any thoughts, ideas, and concerns with your supervisor during this introductory period. Don't do that. Don't discuss openly any thoughts or ideas or concerns you have. They're just going to be like, all right, he's not a culture fit. Bye. Culture fit is like the get out of jail free card for not hiring people, even if there's a real reason, such as like maybe a discriminatory reason based on gender, race, ethnic group, whatever it is. They'll just say you weren't a culture fit, and that's what they can get away with these days. So definitely don't discuss openly any thoughts or ideas. This is bait. They'll say go talk to HR about it, and remember, HR is not there for you. HR is not there to protect the employee. They're not your friend to be like, okay, we'll talk to your manager and make sure he treats you better. They're gonna just go to your manager and say, hey, he complained about you. He's not looking like he's a fit anymore. Let's find a reason to fire him. Dude, the US is such a joke for vacation. Like when I lived in Finland, minimum 5 weeks vacation every year, minimum 5 weeks. Like sometimes you would get 8 weeks. Like for the entire month of July, Finland basically takes vacation. It was crazy. And then here you get 80 hours and you're like, wow, look at that. Look at these great benefits, honey. 80 hours this week. Can you believe that? Woo-wee, they're so generous. I get 6.5 hours off a month. That's it for today. I don't want this video to be too boring. It's a lot of legal jargon, so I understand. But hopefully you stuck through and you learned a thing or two. And if you did, again, leave a like. Subscribe if you want to see more of this. I'm happy to review more contracts like this again, so more people know about what to avoid and what's okay to sign. You can send me it via email, grindreel@gmail.com, Instagram, Discord, however you want to do it. But I think more people need to know really what they're signing, especially if they're new to working in the corporate world, because they will try to pull one over you. And, they'll just be like, well, you signed it, and then there's nothing that you can do because you agreed to arbitration, which means you can't even sue them. You have to go to a meeting room and talk it out until you come to a compromise, which that's just how it works these days. But anyways, send them to me if you got them. If you enjoyed the video, that's all for me today. See you guys in the next one.